I was always curious about the fact that some guys could grow a beard very easily, while I couldn't even grow a mustache. So when I entered my late teens and my early 20s, I just comforted myself by shaving off those few little hairs that I had, and I accepted my fate as a beardless man. That sounded so dramatic, but as time went on, I once was finding me in a very stressful situation at university. We had to pass practical exams in a lab course, and I was definitely more concerned about passing these exams than about shaving off my beard. So I would just let it grow unintentionally. And to my surprise, I was able to get a pretty decent beard. However, the beard was not that full and not that dense. So I decided to change that and did my research on the internet. And that's where the well-known product Minoxidil came into my life. But what impact it really had on my beard growth, we will see in a minute. But what exactly is Minoxidil? And most importantly, does it work? Is it worth the money? And is it safe to use? As a pharmacy student, I feel obligated to tell you something about Minoxidil. Minoxidil was originally designed to be a blood pressure lowering drug. Randomly enough, scientists also discovered a positive effect on maintaining hair follicles, and even a growth stimulating effect was observed for some of the treated patients. This led to a repurpose of Minoxidil for the treatment of hair loss. To support the growth of your beard, you can choose between a foam and a solution. To get a measurable effect out of Minoxidil, you have to apply it twice a day, one time in the morning and one time in the evening. It is suggested that Minoxidil should stay in contact with your skin at least 4 hours after your application. Recent data also suggests that Minoxidil in combination with microneedling can increase the success rate. According to new data, both the foam and the solution should work quite effectively. Although it is widely used by many people around the world, you should still know some possible side effects if you want to try Minoxidil. The most important ones are allergic reactions on your skin. This is not very common, but be careful if you know that you have sensitive skin. So in theory, this sounds very promising, right? But let's see what progress I made over the last couple of months and see if the theory also produces some real life results. Here are some pictures of me before I started applying Minoxidil. You can see that my beard is not that bad, but I still think there's potential to get a little bit fuller. I started using Minoxidil back in October. Now here's an update photo of approximately 1 month on Minoxidil. To be fair, I trimmed my beard quite a lot to see the insertions of my hair follicles. In my opinion, I don't see any improvement, which is no big surprise. Most of the data suggests that noticeable results are expected after 2 to 3 months. The front beard overall is pretty good, I think, but there are parts of my cheek and my jaw that need some improvement. So let's go forward to December. In this picture, the natural hair growth aside, I think I can't see much improvements as well. It may look like my beard got a little bit fuller. It's always difficult to really spot a difference. Maybe the light in these photos was more exposing than the light in the other photos. But I really tried to keep the light circumstances the same and neutral throughout this whole experiment. Now let's look at the most recent photo that I have that I took a few days ago. I personally do think that there is a very minor but noticeable improvement from the last picture. Or what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Overall, I would say that I'm quite satisfied with the results that I got from using Minoxidil for 3 months. To be honest, I pretty much knew that using Minoxidil only for 3 months most likely will have no effect. However, I will keep up the regimen of applying Minoxidil 2 times a day for even longer, and then I will make an update video. If you're thinking about using Minoxidil as well, let me give you some advice. Minoxidil is no miracle drug, sadly. Positive effects on hair growth measured in most studies are promising, but not world-changing. Some people actually may not see any effect at all. Latency is also a very important point to keep in mind. The first measurable results can be observed only after a significant time span. That could be a few weeks up to several months. So if you really want to see if Minoxidil works for you, you have to be pretty patient and consistent. One big thing is also your application discipline. I noticed that, especially in the beginning, it was sometimes tricky to not forget applying the Minoxidil. But if you keep applying it twice a day, it will eventually become a habit. And let me tell you, Minoxidil tastes bitter as hell. To conclude this video, the real significance of whether an improvement on my face was happening or not can definitely be discussed. I will give myself and Minoxidil more time and we will see how things are going from there. So subscribe if you want to see the update video. Thank you for watching and see you soon!